back to another reading. For today's video, I thought I would do a message from your future self. And at first I thought it would be a normal pick a card reading, but then I started having downloads and I was writing them down and I realized they were letters from your future self, and I decided to go with it. So how it's gonna go, we're gonna first get some tarot cards to make sure that this is your pile. So it's kind of like a present moment check. If it resonates with what you're going through right now, then this is probably your pile. And then we're going to read the letter from your future self, and in the end we see if they have any extra messages for you with some oracle cards. For you to choose today, we have, of course, the letters, and I've asked your future self to choose the color of the envelope, the color and the shape of the wax seals, and also the pens. So we have you have a few options to choose from. First, pile number 1 has the yellow envelope with the neon pink seal, and it's I think that's a sakura, a little flower. And you have also this pen here, this flowery pen. And for pile number 2, we have the pink envelope with the golden seal. It's also a flower, but this one is a rose, I think. And your pen is this here. And I think it's interesting to show you that this pen says, I don't know if you can see it, it says, "You got this." I hope, can I focus? Yes, it says, "You got this." And for pile number 3, we have the green envelope with the, and also interesting to interesting to notice that they couldn't choose just one color. That's a combination of 3 different colors. I thought I should mention, and that's a leaf. And you have this dark green metallic pen. Okay, so go ahead, choose your pile. You can choose, of course, more than one. Maybe there are more messages from your future self, or perhaps there are different moments, like your future self from different moments, different points in time, that might be wanting to communicate with you. So yeah, without further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So as we talked in the beginning, we're gonna start by having a look at your present self. So if what we see here kind of reflects your reality now, then this is your pile. If not, perhaps check the other piles, or maybe this is not a reading for you. But yeah, let's start. First thing that came also while I was writing a letter was a feeling that you have to decide now. Actually, no. As I said, that is wrong. It's maybe there's a pressure from society or whatever that you have to decide now, but you don't have to. Basically, if you're feeling a bit restless, if you're feeling like you have to choose one path and stick to it, perhaps that's not how it goes for you. I'm not saying that it's not valuable to, choose a way to live, to have a goal. Yes, to have a goal. But some of you might have many goals to choose from. And some others of you, you're still in the phase of experimenting. Yes, as I said that, I saw someone standing at a table, and there are many different kinds of fruits. Specifically fruits, I don't know, I don't see any other group of food, just fruits. And you have to choose one fruit. People are next to you saying, "Oh, you have to choose one fruit to eat," and you're like, "But they all look so good, I want to try them all before I make a decision." And that's okay. Like, there's no need to pick one fruit and that will be your favorite fruit for the rest of your life, especially not right now. I think you are in a phase of experimenting. For some of you, this might bring some sort of anxiety or as I said, someone could be pressuring you, but it could also just be yourself, like a little voice in your head that's always saying, come on, you're behind in life. Look at everybody else. They have kids, they have a house, they have this job for 20 years, but you just don't. And that's also showing up here, because you have the only major arcana that we got here is the Lovers. And with the Lovers, we talk a lot about decisions, like, oh, do I choose this path or do I choose this path? Specifically in this card, the Lovers are represented by Adam and Eve, I think, yeah. And in that story, it goes that if you try, maybe that's why I was saying just fruits, because if you try the forbidden fruit, there would be consequences. Not choosing, actually, okay, I want to take a minute with what is coming now, because I see like this: if you choose one fruit, there will be consequences, and that's not good or bad. It's just there will be consequences. You have to deal with the repercussions of your choice for the rest of your life. But if you don't choose, if you refuse to choose just one fruit, you're okay. Because here is very different from the Bible story. Because in the Bible, if you didn't choose the fruit, if you didn't eat the fruit, you could live forever in paradise. And what your future self is telling me now, I don't know if it's your future self. It doesn't feel like your future self. It feels like maybe a spirit guide, or it feels like some entity that's not really like a person. And I heard it like this: if you choose to not try the fruit and remain paradise, there will be a time where other fruits will never mind. There will be other fruits in the garden. So if you wait, soon there will be so many other forbidden fruits that you can choose. Oh, I would choose this one here. And the consequences will be also your choice. And that consequence sounds like a heavy word here. It's not like a bad thing. It's just, okay, I'm going to put that in a more grounded example. Let's say that you're feeling pressured by others and by yourself to choose a job. And the only option, let's put it this way, or the option that's the most doable right now, would be a job that would, let's say, give you less freedom than you have now. You would have to work from 9 to 5, and you would do this job, like you have these tasks every day, and that's all right. You know, for some people that's the best job ever. But for you, it might be not perfect. Not perfect. So you see, you can't choose this one fruit now and have these consequences that you have to deal with, and might make you a little uncomfortable. Or you can wait until other fruits show up, and let's say there are different opportunities for different jobs. Let's use like creative roles. Instead of getting this corporate job, later on there's an opportunity for you to develop a course, create a course, sharing with others how good you are at drawing, or an opportunity to sing at a club, or anyway, other opportunities that will come with their own consequences. For example, let's suppose you wait a little longer and later on there's an opportunity for you to work at, let's use sing at a club. It might give you more freedom, but it might also you might work long nights and messes up with your sleep a little bit, and you don't have that security of a corporate job. You don't always know how much money you're gonna make at the end of the year, at the end of the month, and you know those are consequences. But you can wait and see which consequences you are more comfortable with. So that's what I think it's going on now. You are in that process where you might be pressured to choose one, but you also might know, some of you at least might know, that something better is coming. For others of you, you don't know there's something better coming. You're just refusing to choose what is available for you right now because you know it's not gonna make you happy. Some of you might feel a little restless. Yeah, you might feel a little bit restless, like, oh, I just want to go. Like I'm waiting around. I'm not so sure what to do. I have the impression of a busy mind, like a monkey mind, that's always jumping from tree to tree, and it's kind of hard to. Oh, I heard it like this. Your thoughts, your ideas are so powerful, but also so fast that it's kind of hard to grab one. You can't be sure of what you want your future to look like because there are so many possibilities, and some of them you can barely like shape it. You have so many ideas, but you don't know how to apply it to real life. Also worth mentioning that for some of you, your love life might be going great right now. You might have found a partner, or got married, or just in general be happy in your love life, but other areas of your life are not yet the way you want them to be. I know I used here a lot of examples about career, and mostly because that's what was coming while I was looking at those cards. But it could be that for others of you, you already have a career that you enjoy, but there are still other plans that you... I heard it like this. Your life might be already very satisfying, and that's why you don't even imagine a future. You don't even imagine what could be better in your future. I heard like, oh, the hobbies and the friends. You might not even have given that part of your life so much thought, or you might have given so much thought that you cannot decide or even figure out exactly what you would like to do with your spare time, for example. Alright, that's it for this part of the reading. If that sounds like what you're going through right now, or what you just went through, then this is your pile. If not, I'll hopefully see you in the next piles. Now let's read the letter from your future self. Let's have enough space to leave this here. Yes. I want to say that while I was writing your letter, and I just saw 1111 as I was telling you this, and while I was writing your card, no, writing your letter, there was an amusing, a funny sense. Like, your future self has very good humor, and it's just funny. I don't know how to put it, but even by the colors they chose, you can tell it's a fun personality. It's someone who, it makes perfect sense, who likes to explore, maybe an artistic mind, curious mind. Anything else? I see a very powerful aesthetics. Yeah. Okay, let's just read the letter. After all, who is better to tell you about your future than your own future self, huh? Let's put envelope here and let's read your letter. Oh, that's sweet. It's been a little while since I wrote it, and also I tend to forget things when I channel. I write them and then afterwards I forget what I wrote. But yeah, I'm gonna read like this and then I will hold it in case you want to screenshot it. Hi, my love. I know that you might be thinking, who the heck is this? Because you are not quite sure of the future you want yet. You have so many options. I'll show up soon, though. You are scared of me. You think you could never have me. You are not good enough and all that. Boy, you are wrong. You have no idea about how life is about to change for you. There's nothing you need to do. Just keep living your life, and next thing you see is me smiling at you. When I say you are scared, you might not even notice that. I mean, you do, but only at night before sleep. Most of the time, you don't even notice the idea of me. It's like looking at the sun. I'm too shiny. But that's okay. We'll meet soon anyway. I can't wait. We'll have so much fun. And they drew a little smile. I'm gonna hold it like this. Wait, so you can read it yourself or take a screenshot. And it was very sweet that they called you my love. It's like I feel so much. It's like a bestie. There's a bestie energy. Like, oh, I'm so excited to meet you. Okay. Sorry, I just got another download. More like an image. Like I saw you at a cafe. I think it's a cafe, and your future self is sitting there with snacks and drinks, waiting for you to arrive. And the thing is, you don't know that you're gonna meet your future self there. You're just thinking, oh, this looks like a nice coffee place. I'm just gonna go inside and check it out. I don't know, new in town or something. Let me check it out. Maybe I'll sit down for a drink. But what you don't know is that your future self is there waiting for you with your drink already in hand, and then you walk into the cafe and your future self is like, hi, it's me, hello. And you're like, what? who is that? And they're just coming to you and be like, oh, it's me, I'm you from the future, let's have a chat. I will have so much to plan and to work on, and I can't wait to update you on everything that's going on in our lives. And yeah, as I was saying that, I also, because I'm seeing in my head, but not like a memory, I'm seeing it as a dream or a movie. So a way your future self might be communicating with you sometimes might be through dreams, of course, but also through TV shows. Specifically, TV shows came out now, but as I said before, also movies. But yeah, I have the feeling that they don't want you to stress over this too much. Just, keep going about your life, keep walking down the street, and eventually something will call your attention, and just follow that. I heard follow the impulse, follow the excitement, something that lights you up, that brings you joy. Yeah, it will call to you. I think so. All right, now let's have a look. I'm going to put your beautiful letter back. It was a lot of fun connecting with this energy. It really is a refreshing, yeah, it's a refreshing energy. It even lifted my own spirits. I feel very cheerful now that I'm connecting with your future self. All right, let's see. The next part is we're going to look for any extra messages that they want to tell you through the oracle cards. We're going to shuffle them together this here. I tried shuffling this before. I tried it for a long time and it just wouldn't work out. These came out fine, these two, but these cards here, they just wouldn't come out. And then the moment I thought, oh, I need to do it while filming, and that's when a card came out that kind of confirmed that. So let's see why. That's interesting. Okay. Pile number 1, future self. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Any encouragement, any advice? Anything you would like them to? Oh, great. I was thinking about 3 cards and we did get 3 cards. Awesome. Let's move this just a bit so we have enough space. And let's look at the messages for you from your future self. Also, I thought about looking for a timeline for each group, like from what kind of future, like how long in the future your future self is talking from. But with your pile specifically, I couldn't get that. So yeah, let's see. This one says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. That's interesting because in your letter, they mentioned that you might be afraid of them. You might be afraid of this future that's waiting for you. But as it came out on the letter, it was a fear that sometimes you don't even notice. It's in the darkness. It's before you go to sleep. So maybe it's a fear that is in your subconscious mind. It's in your shadow. But in the shadow, I mean just like a part of you that's hidden. That's just not something you will access most of the time. Nothing scary or bad. And to be honest, I think you're not supposed to face that fear head on yet. Actually, ever. No, okay, hear me out. I heard it like this. Of course, if you have other issues that you like to work on, therapy or through shadow work and stuff, go ahead. And even this one, like, I'm not telling you what to do, but this fear is specifically connected to this future. Let's suppose, let's use the example of someone who is singing at night as a job in different restaurants and different places. You're not supposed to like go digging deep on that fear yet. Eventually, you would be called through love, through that spark we were talking about, to just step onto that path. Still afraid, perhaps. Yeah, it's like, don't try to deal with that fear as, oh, it's terrible, I need to dismantle it. It's more like, oh, I'll just keep going my life. The fear is not bothering me that much. It's almost not there. And then an opportunity comes, and then you feel the fear, and you're like, oh, now that it could be real, now it feels solid, then I'm afraid. But your future self is calling you to, okay, when that happens, perhaps that's the sign you need to know that this is important to you and that you should take a step towards it. Yeah, I hope I could make your future self justice with that message, because they are really passionate about it. Okay, next we have, I create mindful moments through the day, reminding myself that I am loved and miracles are natural. Wow, miracles are natural. That's how it's going to go for you. I think in between you and your future self, it's like natural. There's no need to force it. I think things will unravel on their own. But you should. It's just, and I think I'm repeating myself a little bit. Just make sure that you notice when that moment comes. When the moment you have to say yes, that you are aware of it, you're mindful, and that you are allowed to say yes to miracles happening in your life. All right? Okay. Also, I just noticed that the night sky could be important to you, because your letter mentioned the night before sleep, I think. And we have both cards here with this beautiful night sky. Also looking at the stars, if you're lucky enough to be able to do that, if you're safe and in a space where you can see the stars, that could also be a way to communicate with your future self. And here we have, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Yeah, I think with that message it's also the same. It's about, again, I'm seeing the table, and for some people, like praying for an outcome could be, oh, I will pray for the best, to eat the best fruit here. I will pray that I'll get the juiciest fruit. And then you go and pick the one that looks the best. But in your case, it's more, well, it's less like choosing one fruit because it tastes the best and it looks the best. It's more about, I will try them and see which one is the best for me. I know it says here, highest good for all, and that is true. I think when you choose something that lights you up, that's aligned with your soul path, and something that makes you genuinely happy and doesn't harm anyone, you're already doing, even if a little bit, something for the highest good of all. For some of you, it might be that you are going to be called to involve yourself in social projects, or just living a life that will consider others, which is, I hope everyone does that, but in a way that your hobbies or your job or whatever it is that your future self is talking about, that this will benefit others too. And I think that's the case for some of you, but actually for others of you, maybe you might need to be reminded that choosing what's good for you, what will make you happy, is also doing the best for others. Right, now let's move those cards here and have a final reveal. Your tea leaf cards. Let's see. Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated, and goldfish, increasing material wealth or spiritual growth. Wow, that's very nice, because remember we were talking about the two paths. One path has a consequence that you might not, like, you just have to deal with. It's not a consequence that you chose. That would be you feeling tied down or frustrated. The other path would be the goldfish. It's an increase in material wealth and the spiritual growth. For you, I heard and spiritual growth. And, well, for some of you might be and or, but I heard and spiritual growth. That when you choose a path that is aligned to you and not what you think you should do, it's hard to talk about it because your pile comes with a lot of visions, and oh wow, that's very interesting, because I saw like a very bright yellow light, like with the fish is radiant. I don't know if you've ever seen a goldfish. It's luminous. It's, I don't know, it's just beautiful and radiant. And also the colors your your future self chose, they are also like that. They have this impossible not to look at quality. So yeah, I think when you choose the aligned path, you will radiate so much joy, so much happiness, so much light that you will attract. I don't want to say that if you're not happy, you don't attract wealth. It's not that. It's just when you're happy, when you enjoy what you're doing, you're more likely to want to do it and therefore receive more in return. It doesn't necessarily need to be money here in case of, we're not talking about career. For example, if you're radiated and feeling so good about yourself, you could attract more friends into your life. You could attract more, in case of an artistic hobby, you can attract others that will share your passion, and your soul will just have a glow up. Alright, pile number 1, that's everything I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm wishing so much gratitude. I'm sending so much gratitude, so much joy your way, to your higher self too, and to any being that was here with us today and helping conduce this reading. I hope I see you soon. If you like to, please leave me a comment and a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. As we talked about in the beginning, we're gonna start by having a look at your present moment with those tarot cards. This will help you make sure that this pile is for you. And then we are going to read the letter from your future self. And lastly, with some tarot cards, with some oracle cards, we will have a look at any other messages they want to pass through. Alright, let's start with your present moment. We're not doing reversals today. Alright. Okay. First thing that came to me was that actually your present life is, you might be quite satisfied with it at some levels. More specifically for this pile, I'm seeing that your emotional needs are being met. And just as I said that it was 111, because we have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. And I heard, okay, calm down, one thing at a time. I heard it like this. Your cup, emotionally speaking, is quite full. But there are other cups that you would like to fill. And it's not as if you're being ungrateful for everything that you already achieved here. It's more like, oh, okay, I need to close my mind. Close my eyes because there's a lot coming through. I see like a cup, and you want to look at it and say, okay, that's enough. It's already full. Because in your mind, wait, too fast. Guys, a little bit slower so my mouth can follow what you're trying to say. You're seeing the cup and you're like, okay, I should stop wanting more. I should just accept that I got something that so many people would like to have, and I have it, and I should just be enough. I'm being too ambitious. And you're trying to ignore this cup. You're trying to just not ignore, just put it there and be like, okay, that's enough. But every time you go to it, it's like, it's overflowing, but it's not really overflowing. It's spilling. Yes, it's spilling. Your cup is full, but when you ignore it for too long, that's very hard to say, because I see like spilling like this, but as a conjunction of overflowing and spilling, because I see that it's a spilling, and when I'm not looking at it, it's full, but when I look back, it's not full anymore, but it is full. Wow, that's hard. That's a hard one to try to put into words. I'm gonna try it differently. So you are fulfilled, and you think you should just be grateful, and that's it. You already won the lottery once. You already got a miracle. You already got everything that you wanted in one part of your life. And you should just be grateful. And then you just put the cup there, and you look away, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna be grateful. But every now and then, it comes like, I feel it more like you have no choice. You just look back at your cup, and you're like, but I want more. And then when you look, in fact, your cup's not that full. But that doesn't mean that you're not satisfied. It just means you want more. Oh, okay. I think I have a better way to say this is your cup just got bigger. You still have everything that was inside it, but you feel the empty space. Yes? Okay. Let me think. I think that for some of you, at least, for a lot of you, the lack is in the material world, and that can mean different things for different people. It could be that you are lacking like really resources, money, and I don't know. I heard an example like this. Maybe you have a family, you have a love, you have friends, you're fulfilled, but you want a bigger house, for example. Oh, I would like to have a bigger house so my family could have this material space to enjoy. Or you have fulfillment in those areas, but your career, you have a career that is your dream, but it's not just possible right now, or it's not happening. You're trying, it doesn't happen. So, wow, I just got a headache out of nowhere. I got a headache on my left side while I'm saying this, and it's just it's coming with also like a feeling on my stomach, on the pit of my stomach, of but I see, but wanting it so badly, want it so bad that it makes you ill, like it makes you sick. You want it so much that it hurts, and that's why you try to convince yourself that it's fine, I already have enough, and I should just let go of this want. Yeah, I hope that made sense, because even for me, it was hard to put into words. But as I was saying, for many of you, this is in your material life. For other examples, it doesn't have to be about money or a house. It could be, I've mastered. Well, mastered is a subjective word, in my opinion, because there's always more to learn. But in this sense here, you have mastered your emotional life. You have, I don't know, I heard like maybe some of you had struggles with your mental health for a long time, and now you finally are in a place where your mental health is doing good. But your body now, also that has something to do, I guess, with the pain. But your body is still needing, I don't want to say that it needs work per se. Maybe I do. It's just your body needs something else. I heard like, okay, my mental health is okay, but I think I could have more stamina. I think I would like to dedicate myself to learning a different sport, but I just don't have time for it. I just don't have the resources to take care of my body the way I want to, or to eat the way I like to. So yeah, there are some material needs that, and also I would say that way, and I don't know if that's for everyone, but because I don't know who's watching and what your situation is, but for some of you, even where you're lacking, you are not lacking completely. I heard it like this: it's 4 pentacles. You already have 4 out of 0. You could have no pentacles at all, but you already have 4, and that was my hair. I'm sorry. But you're like, okay, I'm only allowed 4, or I tried to get more than 4, but I couldn't. So I'll just hold to my 4, and I should just be grateful for it. I'll just cling to what I have and stop myself from wanting more. Yeah, and with that, we're gonna go to your letter, because as I was telling pile number 1, normally when I channel, I don't remember everything I wrote, but I do remember that there was something about a manifestation that wouldn't come true or something like that. So let's read that. Let your future self tell you exactly with their words. I just find it nice that they chose the pen that says, "You got this." Let's read your letter. I'm gonna read it to you, and then I will hold it next to the camera in case you want to take a screenshot or read it for yourself. Okay. Oh, wait a moment. That's interesting. It's interesting because pile number 1's seal came out very easily. With yours, it's resisting a little bit, and I don't know if you can see, it teared off. It was teared, huh? It ripped. And it's the same feeling that I was having before, like, oh, this is too hard, I should just be grateful for what I have, I should just, it's not something that's coming easily. Let's put it here while we read, and let's read your letter. Hello, dear me. How are you? I'm having some trouble while thinking what to tell you. You have heard from me before, many times, and yet it feels like a lie now, because time is going by and you still haven't reached me. You think I am wishful thinking, that your manifestation will never come true. Yeah, that's the part I remembered. I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm not going to try to convince you. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble here. It's like they're trying to come through, but there is a blockage even while I'm trying to read. Let's start this paragraph again. I'm not going to try to convince you. It's sad to see your unshakable faith dimmed, but it's all part of the way. You don't have to believe for what is yours to reach you, and I'm yours. No one else could do what we are going to do. We've agreed to that a long time ago. The dreams you had were a vision. The absolute knowing in your heart was not a fluke. I know you're afraid of the word destiny, because it seems that your dream is too big. But destiny it is, a destiny completely chosen and shaped by you. Don't let the time it takes to reach the finish line stop you in the middle of the race. You are living proof that dreams can come true. Just look at your life now. The next dream will come to you. Believe it or not. Love, future you. Oh, that's very nice. I'm going to hold it for you. Wait, let's see. Is it? Yes. And yeah, I feel very emotional. My throat feels a little closed, because I think for a lot of you, you have had this dream for a long time, and you always felt, I just heard it like this, since I was a child, I knew that's what I wanted to do. Actually, it's less like what I wanted to do. It's more, if you knew, you would do it. I see you looking, I thought it was a mirror, but it's not a mirror. It's a frame, it's an art, framed art, a framed picture. Yes, it's a framed picture of you. Hi, Pineapple 2. I just realized your reading got cut. Thankfully, I realized not too far after it stopped. And it's interesting because we were talking about me seeing you looking at this picture of you, of future you. And I'll tell you what got cut, and we go from there. I'm sorry, I'm very emotional. Yes, I was saying that you could see this picture of you. And I see different images because I guess there are different people. I had given the examples of seeing someone holding a book, someone wearing a doctor's jacket, a lab coat, and someone standing in front of a house. And I saw you as a small child looking at those pictures, at that picture, the big frame, and you're a small child, you look at it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's me. I can clearly see that's me in the future. But then you're growing up, and as a teenager, suddenly you don't see yourself so much. The picture is, well, not suddenly. With time, the picture gets a little bit faded. And you look, and you're like, okay, it's a little bit faded, but I can still clearly see that's me. And then I see you a few years later, you're older, and you look at the picture, and it faded so much that you can still see the elements, the book, the coat, the house, but you don't see your face. And it's interesting that that got cut, because it's almost as if time is erasing something that is destined to get to you. I was trying to tell you this, and then it got cut. That never happened to me before. The camera just stopped recording. I don't know why. I hope it doesn't happen again. And yes, I think your future self, well, I know they wrote it here, that they're not going to try to convince you that they're real, because you believing it or not, the picture is still there. It's not because it faded that suddenly it doesn't exist anymore. It's just you cannot see it clearly. I heard it like this. It's not just because it faded that it was never taken. I see them now, instead of seeing you looking at the picture, I see them in the future posing for that picture. And someone's taking their photos. They exist. They were there. Someone took the photo from them. It's not AI generated. They actually exist in real life. But, you know, time is not really linear. And at the same time that they already exist in the future, it also makes sense that time is going by, and then it looks, it's like, actually I'm feeling like the other way around. You know, when you have a memory, you had a very good day as a child, and you remember it clearly as time goes by. But the more time goes by, that memory fades, and you can sometimes even question, like, did that really happen? It's the same, but with the future. You can clearly see the future when you're a child, but as you grow older, your future memory fades too. Okay, I think that's it for your letter. Now let's have a look at oracle cards that will show us a little bit more of what they want to tell you. If there is anything they want to tell you, I'm not going to force it. If no message comes through, then no message comes through, because they, as they said, that they don't want to force anything. They don't want to convince you of anything. Yes. Also about timing, my intention was to have a look at timing for every group, but both group 1 and group 2, you guys didn't really get a timing period. So if it comes next, I'll tell you. If not, oh well. All right. Okay. Any messages you'd like to? Okay, that's quite a lot actually, but I'm gonna consider them as one thing. This one says, I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Doesn't this look like an eclipse? Something hiding, something that's there, is just hidden. Yeah, your future is there, it's just hidden. And it's okay that you are afraid of it. Your future self would like to tell you that. It's okay that you are afraid of believing in it, especially if you've been working towards it for a long time and it didn't happen, and it feels impossible the more you wait. It's okay that you chose fear. Actually, I would say that most of the time, actually all the time, we don't really choose fear. It's just something that happens, and as long as you're not aware of it, it will just be there. Once you are aware of the fear, then you can work towards choosing love. You can work towards letting go of that fear. So I think it's not that simple as this card says, but yeah, I think the most important bit here is just the eclipse. Yes. Now they all came together, so let's see if there's a message they share. Hope I have enough space here. Maybe you also, I don't know, if you felt drawn to pile number 1, maybe have a look at that, because this reminded me of pile number 1. But if not, then never mind. We have joy is the ultimate creator. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe, and the universe works fast when I'm having fun. I think there is a common message here. It's just about, let's reorganize it that way, about enjoying yourself, about having fun. I heard it like this. Wow. Okay. okay. I'll try to be fast here. You, as we spoke before, your emotional self in other areas of your life might be fulfilled. And I heard it like this. You can use, not in a bad way, in a good way, you can use all this love, all this fulfillment you found, and create beautiful things with it and bask in its joy. That's how it came to bask in its joy. And from there, whatever you need will come to you. Of course, I'm not saying to just sit and wait around. If you don't feel like doing that, don't. But there is an underlying message here of instead of not looking at what your dream is, look at it not as a task to be accomplished, and more as a way to explore the joy you already feel in other parts of your life. I'm going to leave that here. I think that was not very clear, but I think that's the message that you need to receive. I think it's for you, you know, it might be that just for 1 or 2 people here, that you already have, I heard the example of if you had a mental health struggle in the past, and now your mental health is doing better, and you have this clarity of mind, you have this, you know, for the first time, perhaps you feel fulfilled, and like, you know, you feel happy. Well, enjoy that, and from there, creativity will flow, and from there, at the right time, because I think for this group, it's a matter of timing too. At the right time, the other parts of the puzzle will move. I saw it like this, like you're now looking at this is preventing you from quite naturally create something that you need to create to enjoy something that you need to enjoy, to believe in something that you need to believe in. And when you do that, and it might not be immediately afterwards, but when you do that, you open space for the rest of the... Because I don't think this dream is solely on you. There's other people that might be relevant to that story, and they will come at the right time. And for the right time to arrive, you need to be at the right place towards this dream. All right? Okay. I never know why the cards are not staying straight. Let's look at the last cards. We have Archway. Wow, what a beautiful. Oh, that's doing something risky, taking a chance, and new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. That's interesting because when I was seeing the image of the house, I mean, I didn't see a pathway, but in the house there were those, I don't know if those are roses, but those flowers that were growing on the side of the house. And I think here's just, you have to take a chance. I think so. I think like it's a matter of bravery here, in the sense of it takes courage to persist on a dream, to persist on a dream that seems to have failed. For some of you, many times. It takes courage to keep going, you know, to keep believing in it and keep working towards it. But if you do, then new opportunities will come. Like, the path is not closed to you. It was never closed. This path is still there, it's still open, but you have to take a chance to walk it, or you will never arrive at this archway. Okay? But no pressure though. I don't feel a sense of pressure here. Okay, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me here, for giving me the absolute pressure, the absolute pleasure of reading for you. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending so much love, so much gratitude and joy to you and your higher self and any other beings that might have helped us today during this reading. And I hope I see you soon. If you like, please leave me a comment, like, subscribe, so YouTube can understand that you like this content and can recommend you and other people content like that again. And yes, I see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. As we talked about in the beginning, we're gonna start by having a look at your current self. That might be a check for you to see if your pile is this pile. If it isn't, then you can check the other ones, or maybe this reading is just not for you, which may happen sometimes, you know. I want to start by saying that I don't remember a lot of what happened during the process of writing your letter. That's okay. That's not specific to you. That happens a lot when I try to channel. When I do channel, I tend to forget what I wrote. But I do remember, and okay, I remember that it was a very, what's the word for this? Stoic presence, a very organized presence. And that's perfect, because the moment I saw the Queen of Swords, I said, oh, that's it. That's the energy I felt while writing writing that letter. Well, even the way the writing was coming was very precise, very organized, as I said. And that's what a Queen of Swords is, isn't she? She is someone who knows exactly what to say. She doesn't open her mouth to just talk. She only opens her mouth when she knows what will come out of it. And I think that's what your future self felt like. It's, you know, direct. So I think in general you might be someone like that, someone that it's not that you're not an emotional person, it's just that you're mind, your reason speaks louder than your emotional side. Yeah, but let's start here with judgment. Okay. I don't know why, but actually I've looked at this first, and then I looked at this. And, well, please forgive me if that, how can I say that? I'm gonna just use a Christian story, let's put it this way, to explain, because, you know, I think most of us are familiar with that, and that could, I mean, it's clearly here. What I wanted to say, I was looking at those, and I thought of the Judgment Day, you know, like the story goes, the world ends or something like that, and then some people will go to heaven and some people will go to hell. I don't know if I believe in that, but if you do, no problem. But that's what I was looking like. Those are two different sides. I was seeing the story as a book, and then there is a split in story, and then two characters, one go to one side and one go to the other. But why did I see that is a good question. What does that have to do with your present right now? Ah, I see. Okay, that's unusual for the way I normally would read these cards, but I'm seeing like this. You have made a choice, or you will do a choice make a choice very soon, and one choice might give you applause, might give you or actually no, okay, for some people it's a choice that you need to make, and one will give you applause and, you know, recognition, and the other one will be frowned upon, let's put it this way. But also, I saw it more as a little timeline here, where you've already done the things that would bring recognition and applause. And I just saw 444 as I said that. You already did that. You already tried to walk that path of doing the right thing, you know, the right thing. And maybe some of you might feel called to look at pile number 1. I don't know, the energies feel a bit different, but it's a similar message here at the beginning, where you might have felt that you needed to, you know, walk the line and obey the orders and do everything correct, and that would bring you recognition, that would, you know, make you a good person. I wouldn't say good girl, but, you know, a good person. You might have done that, and that kind of hardened you. Not in a bad way at all, but like, oh, I gave everything I could. I tried everything they told me to try, and I still didn't get the reward I was promised. So I will just take matters in my own hand now, and I will work towards what I want and not what people are telling me to do. Yeah, I think I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this because I was gonna tell you, I saw the transmutation from a softie to a baddie, and we can all be softies and baddies. Those are gender neutral terms here, and there's nothing wrong with being a softie, and also we can be softies and baddies at the same time. But what I wanted to say is, while I was shuffling this tarot deck, this card came out. It's an extra card on that deck, and it said, "You are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities." And I put it away because it's not a tarot card. Let me put it here for now. It's not a tarot card, and I thought there's no need, but that's the vibes I'm getting here. That's the vibe. Yeah, you became a badass. And then the next thing is, people might judge you. People might, how can I say? Oh, the bell is going on. People might judge you. People might, okay. People might make your life a little bit harder because of this choice. But I think you are so, oh, okay. No, that's no, I was going to say something, but I just felt like that's not it. I was going to say that you are such a badass that you know you can't just walk away. You know you can't just remove the chains, but that's not what this is about. I just heard it like this. I'll just dance on the fire. Okay, an example. Let's suppose you did everything correct. You studied, you went to university, you got a job, and you lived life. Maybe you got married, you had kids, and at the end of the day, you didn't get what you were promised. Oh, what is going on today? Everything is okay. The light went off, and you still didn't get what you were promised. And then you say, you know what? What I really want is to have this unusual career or walk this unusual path. And it will be hard, and people might judge you, and you have to work very hard, but you will still walk that path anyway. You will still walk, I'm seeing embers, like glowing embers, and someone like walking on top of it. I know some people can do that. I think it's cool. And you're just walking that path anyway, because like, I would rather walk that path and do something that I choose, something that makes sense to me, than be applauded by something that has nothing to do with me, or something that I thought that I wanted and I realized it's not what I want, or at least that's not all that I want. You might have wanted some of those things you did because of convention, but you want more. Yeah. Okay, let's go to your letter. As I said, I don't remember much. I just remember like the handwriting being very neat, and the way it all came out being very specific, very clear. So let's see what your future self has for you here. It says, "Hi you. It's been a while. I know you are eager to meet me. You think about me all the time, but I have to tell you, it's going to be a little while. I don't mean to scare you. Our dream is just that big. You are already working on it. It just takes time. Totally worth it though. You've been working so hard so I could have an easier life, and I'm so grateful for it. We have everything you've dreamed of. And more. But I can't tell you all about it. It's a surprise. I know that sometimes you question if you're on the right path, and I know that you have your reasons too. But all the sacrifice will pay off. I am so proud of you. Not just me, a lot of us are. I'll tell you this because I know that you know what it means. We showed them. That's it. I can't tell you much more, other than keep going. When things get hard, when it feels like it's taking too long, remember me. I love you, me." Here it is. Interesting because it's quite different from pile number 1 and pile number 2. Anyway, what I wanted to say, yeah, I think you're already walking that path. An example that came to my mind was someone someone who had a career. I don't know why it's coming career. Maybe it's just easier for me to find examples that way. But someone who had a career and they worked for a long time at this one job, but they were not satisfied. That's not what they wanted. And then they dropped the career and go back to school. And now they are working at, well, maybe I wanted to say they dropped the career, but then I said they're working and studying. So might be different cases here. They're working and studying, and it's quite hard. I also saw, like, for some of you, you already have a family, you have a house to take care of, you have a family, you have this job, and you're still studying it because you want to do something else, something that's more aligned to you. And it's hard. If that's your case, I really feel like it's hard, not because I think you might even enjoy the path, like if, let's say in this case, the study, you might enjoy it, but you know, you're tired, you come home tired, you have to study because you have a test tomorrow. Or let's say instead of studying, you start your own business or a side project, and it takes time for you to grow, but you're doing it anyway. You're showing up, you're missing sleep, and I'm not saying you should do that, but I think for some of you, you're missing sleep because you have this dream you have to work towards too. And your future self was telling you this, that it's worth it. Like, whatever vision you have of the future that you are actively working towards to, they got it. They got it. The sacrifices you make now will pay off then. And what I want to say is that okay, I saw like someone training for a marathon, and they have to train very hard. Sometimes they wake up very early in the morning because that's the only time they can practice, they can, you know, work out or whatever. And it takes a lot of takes a lot on their body and on their mind and stuff. But then when the race comes, they can do it like flawlessly. They have the stamina, they have the mental, how do I put this? Because I think you have to have a certain mental strength. I don't know if that's the right word. No, like, I don't, like mind over body situation. Your body is tired, but your mind is like, no, we're doing it, we're gonna go. I know it's uncomfortable, but it will be worth it. And then they do it, and they get to the finish line, and they get a prize. And they're looking at the prize, and they don't see the prize. They're happy they got the prize, but what they see is all the early mornings and all of that, and they're like, oh, that's worth it. That's worth it. I'm not happy because, or at least not only happy because I won against other people. I'm happy because my sacrifice, I wanted to say again, but like my hard work was worth it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's have a look at your cards, your oracle cards, if they have any extra messages. Your specific pile got only 2. Pile number 1 got 3, and I thought for every pile I would get 3, but pile number 2 ended up getting a bunch of them. You guys got only 2, which I guess it makes sense, because your pile has this feeling of, oh, I don't waste time or words. If I have something to say, I will use the words necessary and not more than that. Quite nice. Wish it was more like that. Yeah, it says, oh wow, that's so true. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Focus on the I do whatever it takes. As long as it's healthy, please don't overextend yourself. But I have this feeling with your pile that, okay, I lock in and do whatever it takes until I arrive where I want to be. Yes? For some of you, it might be closer to consciousness. For others, you fit in. You can take I do whatever it takes to get closer to, and you add whatever word means something to you here. And you have the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Okay, what does that mean? That's a puzzle. I see what it means here. Forget what I think I need. It's talking about this, like we were talking before, that you might have been told that you need this and that, and your future self is saying, well, the key to get what you want, to get your prayers answered, let's put it this way, is to forget what you've been told you need. And yeah, forget what you think you need from conditioning. Yes, I think that's it. And let's see here. A throne, position of authority. That makes so much sense. I with the Queen of Swords here, I really see this pile as reaching high places. And high places can be wherever makes sense to you. Because for some people, a high place would be, you know, the top of a career, or being the most successful in their field, or having the perfect family, if that's even possible. Whatever the throne is to you, I see you definitely reaching that. And we have teardrops, great personal sorrow. Oh yeah, I think with the teardrops, it's what we already talked about. It's not going to be easy. You might even, I heard it like this, you might even have to let some things go, some people more specifically go. It's not going to be easy, but when I look at this eye, I'm seeing again the person training for a marathon or something, and it's not like they're crying necessarily because they're sad. They're crying because, you know, it's hard. I don't know if I can think of an example, but well, I can leave the moment in my mind, but I cannot put it into words. When you're trying something for a long time, that you're not crying, it's just your eyes are full of water because, okay, I see what I wanted to say. The person running, she's running or they're running, and it's quite hot, and there's sweat coming to their eyes, and then there's tears coming to lubrify their eyes, and they're like cleaning the tears and keep running. That's what I see here. All right, pile number 2. Your reading ended up being quite short, but I think that's where I'm gonna leave it, because as we talked about, that's how your future self presented themselves here. They are very straightforward. I heard it like this. I just don't have time for that. Okay. Thank you very much for the privilege of letting me read for you. I'm sending you so much love, and I'm so grateful, and send you joy. If you would like to, please leave me a comment, a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because those things help YouTube to know who to send those videos to, and maybe they can reach other people that could receive a message through them. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.